Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Dakota's Political Circle. And today, this is breaking news. So, Trump finally picked his VP, which was kind of by surprise. It was actually JD Vance. So, JD Vance is going to be Trump's vice president when he wins the presidency, which is really interesting to say because, in my opinion, I think JD Vance is one of the picks that probably shouldn't have happened. Now, in my opinion, JD Vance is like a grifter, but at the same time, he could be a changed guy. In Congress, he's definitely done good things. He's definitely done good things since he's been in office as a senator. And I think that he might have changed from what he once was. Before, he obviously was a big Trump hater and he just really disliked Trump. I believe he called Trump Hitler at one point. And that's the big reason why I don't really trust JD Vance. But at the same time, if he has changed and he's become a better person, I think it's a good choice. Now, in my opinion, I think JD Vance is better than Mike Pence. I think JD Vance would be a better vice president than Mike Pence ever was. And I also think JD Vance, even if he doesn't like Trump, I do think he's going to listen to Trump no matter what in these 4 years because the GOP would eat JD Vance alive. And JD Vance probably has presidential aspirations after Trump is out of office. So you could possibly see this is more like in a way, I wouldn't say like a full on, but this is more like a kind of like Kennedy, no, not Kennedy. This is kind of like how when Ronald Reagan picked Bush as his vice president, but at the same time, I would say that's more like if Trump picked like Nikki Haley or someone like that to bring unity. Some people don't think JD Vance really brings unity, which I kind of agree. He doesn't really bring unity. He's more of a Trump loyalist, but at the same time, he was a Trump hater in the past. So it's very odd, and I don't think JD Vance really brings out any votes in some way. I think Glenn Youngkin probably would have been the better candidate to bring out the votes in like Virginia and stuff like that. And I'm kind of surprised Trump didn't pick. I'm surprised Trump didn't even pick Glenn Youngkin because of that specifically. But I think just Trump wanted someone that probably is going to be loyal to him and someone that's younger and that could appeal possibly. Now, I don't think JD Vance really helps Trump in any way, but I do think JD Vance could be likable. I think JD Vance will be more likable than Kamala Harris. I do think JD Vance will have a battle with her and do really well with the vice presidential debates. And I do think a lot of people will start to like JD Vance. But I do think there was other options out there Trump really could have chose. But I do want to read this just to show you guys. So President Donald Trump chose JD Vance of Ohio as his running mate, picking a one-time critic who became a loyal ally, and is now the first millennial to join a major party ticket. So this is very major. It shows that he's very young, and that is one advantage that Trump did there. He's very young, and he could possibly run for president in 2028, and him being young is a big advantage there. And he posted it on Truth Social. And yeah, he's 39. That's the exact age he is. He's 39, and he rose to popularity because of his memoir, Hillbilly Elegy. He was elected to the Senate in 2022 and has become a staunch champion for the former president's Make America Great Again agenda. So I would say, and mostly I think that's all it really talks about. Yeah. And why was he chosen? I'll read this real quick just to show you. The pick is sure to energize Trump's loyal base. I don't exactly agree with that. I don't think it's going to energize the base. There is some people that really don't like JD Vance, and there's me that's like, I have mixed feelings about JD Vance, but he does do good things. He's done good things. It's just more about the Trump loyalty that I'd be worried about. Then it talks about that, and then also beginning with the next presidential election, he could possibly be kind of a leader. But the pick also means the two white men will now lead the Republican ticket at the time when Trump has sought to make inroads with black and Latino voters. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised Trump didn't pick a black or possibly a female. I'm very surprised he didn't pick a female candidate, but it makes sense. He probably was going to be picking Kristi Noem in the beginning of the year. If she didn't do what she did, it probably would have been Kristi Noem as the vice president, which would have been great if she did not do what she did. In his post announcing the pick, Trump said Vance will be strongly focused on the people he fought so brilliantly for, the American workers and farmers in Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Ohio, Minnesota, and far beyond. So he thinks Vance will kind of play a critical role in those states. And then Trump taps Vance. I believe this is just showing. I think this is just showing. I'm not exactly sure what this is showing. This is showing something. Oh, I believe when they picked their VPs. When did Trump pick his VP before that? He picked I think pretty late from what I remember. If I don't know, it doesn't even show it on here. I see. There's Mike Pence. So yeah, it was a little bit before. So this was a pretty late pick for Trump to pick that. I don't think it really talks about anything else on here other than, and there's about Vance, what he said and stuff like that, calling Trump a total fraud. America's Hitler, just like I said. That's the thing. He's very. That's what I mean. I don't really know how I feel about JD Vance. In my opinion, I think JD Vance could be a grifter. He could be just being loyal to Trump because he has to be. But at the same time, he could be a changed person. You just never know. The politics change over and over. Think about Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz was a big hater of Donald Trump in the beginning, and then after the debates were over and stuff, he came to Trump's side and was a big Trumper and stuff. So I mean, it's possible that JD Vance could be a Trumper now. You just never know. So I mean, we'll find out in the next 4 years how JD Vance is, and obviously for the 2028 frontrunner, he is probably going to be Trump's pick, and if not, it could be Vivek. You never know, because Vivek is probably going to get the Senate seat that JD Vance has when that seat is up. I believe that would be in 2022 after the governor appoints. I can't exactly remember, but you just never know. It could be really interesting to see how it goes. In my opinion, I think I would give JD Vance a chance and just see how it goes. That's how I feel about it. Just see where it goes. Don't criticize him immediately. It's not like we got the worst of the worst pick. This is just a pick that's just like, he's all right, but is he the same guy that was talking crap on Trump? That's just basically where I'm at. But yeah, I think Trump did the pick just because he's loyal and stuff like that. He could have picked Doug Burgum, but he probably wanted to pick someone that could be a 2028 frontrunner. So it makes sense why he did it, but I think he could add other options. But in the end, it's obviously Trump's pick, and it is Trump's pick, whoever he picks. And he did pick JD Vance. But obviously, we'll find out how JD Vance is and everything like that. But I do think JD Vance will definitely have a higher favorability than Kamala Harris would, because JD Vance is more likable, and honestly, the American people probably would find JD Vance more likable in my opinion. But yeah, that is who Trump chose, which is very interesting, but I don't think it's really going to drive his base that much. I think it's just an average pick. It makes me think of like the Mike Pence pick, but I really didn't like the Mike Pence pick when 2016 when I saw it. I really didn't like the pick. I really wanted Newt Gingrich. That's who I wanted. And obviously, in the end, Mike Pence was a horrible option. But at the same time, Mike Pence really helped with, I believe, evangelicals, and that really boosted Trump's winning percentage. Now, for JD Vance, it's a little bit different because there's not a lot of stuff you could say that JD Vance can boost Trump with. I think maybe JD Vance could be likable and maybe boost some things, but there's really not much there that really boosts him other than him being a veteran and all that kind of stuff. But that's just how I feel about it. But I just wanted to do this breaking news. I also want to show you this, guys, just to show you guys. So Trump is up 2.7 in the national average right now. This is still polls that are before the almost assassination of Trump that happened. So once it's like the polling is about like the 15th, then that's when we should start judging what the polling should be. But Trump is definitely going to get a boost soon. I don't think the VP one really matters. Sorry about that, my phone went off. I don't think the VP one really matters because of who he chose. If it was Glenn Youngkin, I think he'd get more of a boost. If it was Nikki Haley, I really think he probably would have got a boost from moderates. But JD Vance, he's probably really not going to get much from that. But I do think it'll be interesting to see him boost because of the almost assassination. And then here's the battlegrounds. I just want to show you guys this. So Michigan actually got a boost recently, and it is 1.3 now. I believe it was 0.6 before. Wisconsin's pretty big now too with a +3 margin. Let me actually look at Michigan just to see. Yep, right here. Trump +3. So yeah, Michigan is going more Trump and everything like that. And almost every single state is close to just a Trump 4 or 5 margin. And even Pennsylvania is almost at a Trump 5. It just shows that Trump's probably going to be winning the election hands down no matter what. And just seeing stuff like this is just crazy to think that Trump could win by so much. And obviously, it doesn't matter who his vice president is at this point. But and after the assassination attempt, I mean, all Republicans should be backing Trump no matter what at this point, even if he picked probably the worst of the worst candidate, because it just shows unity and stuff like that. But here's also the Electoral College map. I just wanted to show it just to show you guys. So I think Trump has a chance to literally sweep the board here. Now, for JD Vance, including JD Vance, I really don't think it really helps Trump that much. I think the only thing maybe JD Vance can even improve in, maybe Ohio. You can get more of a solid Ohio, I guess. But I really don't see anything other than that JD Vance can really help Trump improve in. He says Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, and like Minnesota, but I don't think those states really care about JD Vance. I really just don't see it. But maybe, you never know. They might find him likable and maybe get a little bit of a size of a vote. But I really don't think that VP pick is really going to drive any voters to the polls. But I do think everyone finds Trump more likable than Biden. And in the end, I believe Trump's probably going to win the election because of that. But yeah, JD Vance did become the VP, so it is official. So it's official that who is the VP. It probably would have been Kristi Noem if she didn't do what she did, but it is JD Vance. So it's a really interesting pick. It was probably down to Burgum, Vance, Rubio, and the Virginia governor. I think in the end it was down to probably Youngkin, Vance, and Burgum, and then it was probably Vance and Burgum. And then Trump was like, well, I want to extend my base and stuff like that. I want someone that's younger. So, I mean, it really makes sense. But at the same time, he could have done at least Stefanik. He could have done something else. But I don't want to criticize it too much. I don't want to criticize JD Vance. JD Vance is really good in the Senate. As of right now, he's doing a really great job. But at the same time, his past is his past. So, you never know. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. My next video will actually be the Senate prediction video, which will be coming out tomorrow. This is actually a double upload today because it came out the same day my presidential election prediction came out. So my Senate prediction will come out tomorrow, just like always. And then whatever else news comes out, I'll also be posting about that. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. And let me know in the comments what you think of this VP pick. In my opinion, it's more mixed emotions. Like, I'm not, like, ecstatic about it, but I'm like, you know what? That's fine. But I'm not like, oh, this is the worst pick imaginable. It's more like I'm worried about JD Vance, but at the same time, I'm like, he's done good in recent years. It's just a very mixed feeling. But I'm not like, I hate this dude. He shouldn't be a part of it whatsoever. But anyway, guys, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.